Well, hello and happy Friday and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager series. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a good week, ready for the weekend. And yes, we are back to continue this 2027 season and it's getting very exciting. We've arrived in COTA today, just 3 races to go in this season. And we, for the first time, lead the Drivers' Championship. Kimi Antonelli has jumped Max Verstappen, who I believe has led every, since the first race of the season, has led the Driver Championship. But now Kimi Antonelli now leads the championship by 4 points. Might be 3 actually, because I think Max on pole, and you get a point for pole here in 2027. So the gap is 4 or 3 points with about 3 races left. So this is getting very exciting. We lead the Constructors by about 30 odd points over Red Bull. So both championships are very tight. But unfortunately, as we head into this race in COTA, we've not had a great qualifying. Franco Colapinto up to his usual tricks as he has qualified P12, knocked out in Q2 again, and he'll start P12. Kimi Antonelli, though, was held up on his final flying run. He would have qualified a lot higher than 9th, probably somewhere in the top 4 or 5. Not sure he would have had enough for pole, but Mick Schumacher held him up, and it means that Kimi Antonelli will have to start P9, and I believe Max is on pole. So there's a lot of work to do in this race, and the advantage is back to Max Verstappen. Although he is now second in the championship by 4 points, he's starting on pole, we start 9th, so Max has got a great chance to regain the lead in the championship. Might be damage limitation for Antonelli today, try and get him back to the podium at least, but we'll see how we go. We're going for a 2-stopper with Kimi, starting on the softs, then going mediums, then finishing on the softs. And with Franco Colapinto, he's going a 3-stop. We're going aggressive on the first stop. While we're doing that is I want to try and get a really good undercut. If we could get an undercut where we're first, so we take Max, when Max pits around here, then we'll try and hold Max up and give Antonelli a chance to fight him later in the race. That's a bit of a stretch, a bit of ambition for us, but let's see if we can make it pay off. Let's just check this is all set up, which it is. But let's get into it then. Kimi starts 9th, Franco starts 12th. Let's see how we go in this full COTA Grand Prix. And as always, if you're jumping in nice and early, hope you're doing well. As I say, hope you've had a good week. Don't forget to smash that like button and let me know where you think we're going to finish in this race. 9th for Kimi Antonelli, qualifies 9th. Franco Colapinto, P12.
They've done well to secure.
But let's get it underway then. See if we can take the fight to Max today.
United States Grand Prix.
And we've got 4 lights, we've got 5, and Max Verstappen gets us underway. We'll jump on board with Kimi though, who, as I say, is starting P9. We're going to go quite aggressive straight away here. And Kimi Antonelli fighting here with Carlos Sainz in the Aston, and we're into P8. So Antonelli gets 1 move done early on. And Max Verstappen has got away cleanly from pole. So as I say, might be a bit of damage limitation today. We lead the Drivers' Championship by 4 points. But Max got a great chance to come back at us and lead this championship after today's race. And there'll just be 2 races remaining. Max Verstappen starting on the hard. So there's a few hard tyre runners. Max, George, Sainz, Maloney and Théo Pourchaire. We're starting on the softs for both drivers. And then we've got a couple of medium runners in between as well. So Franco, as I say, very short stint on the first stint, going to go to lap 11. Antonelli going all the way to lap 17 as he's looking at the back of George Russell's Ferrari, but nothing doing there. So let's see what we can do today. I've got the ability to swap it around a bit if we want to do an extra stop with Kimi. I don't think that would work for him, but we'll see. Franco has made a position somewhere as well, though, because he started P12. He is up to P11. So nice start there. Both our drivers gaining 1 place. K-Mag, who's having a great run-up at the moment. As we say that, Kimi Antonelli is going to slide up the inside. Lucky him, of George Russell. And he's into P7. Yeah, I'm not sure Russell was expecting this. The final corner, and Kimi on the inside of this left-hander. He's past George Russell, and he's into P7. And that's a good start from Kimi. DRS now enabled. 2 DRS zones here. Start, finish straight.
Try to pull it down a bit more.
And then we've got that straight sort of middle part of the track, which we're approaching in a couple of corners' time. So Verstappen leads, Piastri second. They've broken a DRS gap already to K-Mag, who's in P3. I say K-Mag has been having great results for RB, and RB are trying to chase down P5 in this Constructors. DRS opens then, but it is a bit of a DRS strain from K-Mag, although Norris has just dropped out of it, although it does look like he did just get the DRS. Are we going to get alongside Gabriel Bortoleto, though? That's a long way back, but we're trying to stay in that. Colapinto's got Mick Schumacher as well, but we want to stay on board. And Antonelli can't quite get Bortoleto. Hello, Warrior. How's it going, buddy? Colapinto. So he was past Sainz already, wasn't? No, he wasn't actually. So he's got Mick Schumacher, and then he's followed that up on Carlos Sainz as well. So Colapinto having a great little start to this race. Warrior, Colapinto was knocked out in Q2. Antonelli was held up, so in Q3. So Antonelli started P9, Colapinto P12. We're trying to free stop with Colapinto, going very aggressive, stopping at lap 11, trying to get a good undercut. Antonelli is on a 2-stopper, so his first stop is lap 17, then going mediums, then softs at the end. Right, can we get Bortoleto this time? Problem is, bit of a DRS train. You are watching a video game. This is F1 Manager 24. Right, Franco, yeah, so lap 11 he's due in, very early stop. But Franco started P12, he's already up 3 places, so that's a nice little start. And what we're trying to do is get a nice undercut with Franco Colapinto and maybe lead the race after Verstappen stops. Verstappen will have good tyre life, so he's not going to be able to win the race, but Franco can try and hold up Max Verstappen again, which is going to help Kimi Antonelli in his battle for this World Drivers' Championship.
Suggest lift off.
Colapinto, has he got into the DRS of a Russell here? I think we might have. And you see us gaining. Here we go. Franco pulling out to the inside then. Started P12. Would this be P8? Well, it would be. Is it going to be P8? Sorry. No, not quite, because George is fighting it pretty hard. Colapinto, I am just pushing at the moment on fuel as well and tyres, because that's the strategy we're going with on this first stint. So we've got a yellow flag, and that looks to be Gabriel Bortoleto, who was ahead of Antonelli.
Here we are then at turn 15.
So Antonelli has got that place easily.
They go. And that certainly wouldn't
And
have
Kimi
been
had to take avoiding action, as do all of these. So Bortoleto's dropped from, what was that, P6 to P16. That's a bit of a nightmare for him. Kimi Antonelli is past him, but it's now 2.4 to Lando, and he's going to have these Ferrari and his teammate right behind him. We'd better ask Colapinto not to fight his teammate. But Russell up the inside then. Oh, but I guess Franco is pushing though, so really Franco does need to come past it.
Keep focus on your race now.
Yeah, we kind of need Colapinto to actually get past. Got another yellow flag. Sainz, we've got a virtual safety car. Carlos Sainz is off and into the wall by the looks of it. What's happened to Carlos then? Oh, he's just lost it and taps the wall on the way through. So we've got a virtual safety car. So everything will just calm down. And say this is F1 Manager 24 and we are at COTA today. Sainz makes a lot of mistakes. He killed me when I was managing Ferrari. I've never actually had Sainz as a driver in one of my teams. Maserati, yes, this is Maserati. Right, let's just forward on and get this virtual to finish. Yeah, I kind of need Franco now to get past Kimi. Just for how their strategies are working in this race.
VSC ending.
Copy.
So you can reduce slightly the management there.
Copy.
Oh, see, that is the problem. I wanted Antonelli to get out of the way, but that is the problem with this game. Every time they do that, they just let someone else by. But hey ho, we had to let Franco go.
Try to
sorry,
recover your previous ritmo.
but it costs Antonelli losing out to Mick Schumacher there. But that just had to be done because Colapinto's strategy is to push on this first stint. So if he's going to hold up Max later on this race, we needed that to happen. But it's not helped Kimi Antonelli at all there. L, thanks for the follow. He crashed the car in P1 once, destroyed the whole thing, aero and patch. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, luckily, touch wood, the drivers this year have not caused us to lose many parts on the car. Especially the sort of engine, ERS and gearbox, all been pretty good from our drivers this year. Alright, so I've had a couple of incidents so far. Bortoletto having a spin, Sainz crashing out. And now we carry on. Colapinto needs to try and catch back up to George Russell, but the RB of Mick Schumacher, those RBs suddenly flying. But we do just force Mick Schumacher out. Colapinto only 8 seconds off the lead, so if we go with this undercut strategy, it's going to work. But, as I say, he's going to have to do some overtaking. Horrible quality for our feature driver, Charles. Yeah, Charles is just having a nightmare in that Ferrari now. I think he has just given up in it. What it seems like. So Colapinto due to come in another 3-4 laps. I don't know what Mick Schumacher's pace is all about, but he's absolutely flying. It's not much we can do about it at the moment. I think it might just be off the restart. A lot of the AI off the restart use a lot of battery, so it might just be that they're pushing hard on their battery. Let's just push up to that next DRS zone. As we do that, Kimi Antonelli is trying to squeeze through. Back through on Mick Schumacher, but now they'll both have DRS. And we're asking Kimi not to fight his teammate at the moment. Because Colapinto really should have more pace pushing on these tyres because we need Kimi to go back to standard. Right, let's drop that down. Right, that should be good now, hopefully. But yeah, Colapinto can't close up to Russell here. 2.3. Ian, where is Alonso? We're in 2027, so there's no Fernando in this universe, or Lewis Hamilton, or Hulkenberg. They are all retired. Jameson, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. EK, hi, how's it going? Alonso's in Ibiza, yeah, indeed. He's on a beach chilling, is Fernando. Right, I'm going to have to allow Antonelli to fight his teammate because it looks like Franco Colapinto just hasn't got the pace now. I'm going to try and do this without asking Franco to move us along because, as we saw when we done it with Kimi, it will lose him that place to Mick Schumacher. So if we just turn everything down for Franco, should be pretty easy pickings for Kimi. Oh, come on, boys. Don't be doing this. All right, hopefully. Right, now we're going to have to swap that back around. Ask him not to fight. There we go. Right, Antonelli has reclaimed that position over his teammate then. So that hasn't really worked with Franco to try and stretch his legs, so to speak, and push the pace. George is long gone. Yeah, George has pushed 4 seconds. 3.5 seconds, sorry, on us. It's now Norris ahead. How long ago was this? This is right now. It's F1 Manager 24, not Formula 1. Right, Antonelli, yeah, is already pushing that gap on his teammate. Where would you to stop lap 17? Tyre wear is quite aggressive early on, isn't it? Colapinto 12 seconds off the lead of this race. And Colapinto has now got Mick Schumacher pushing him. Yeah, no pace at the moment. But if you are jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, do me a massive favour and smash that like button. And if you're here for the first time, do of course follow or subscribe. Might have to bring Franco in this lap. It's just not working. I'm going to have to go a little bit earlier. The AI seems to have a really good pace at the moment. Mick Schumacher's got better tyre life. This is a little bit worrying for us, chat. The pace is not there in the car at the moment. And with us leading this championship by 4 points, as Porches had a lock-up, but Mick Schumacher is getting through. Isn't your engine something a lot of pushing when it's red as temp? Yeah, but I need to burn this fuel off. So once this fuel is burned off, it should be okay. Just we've got, because of the safety car, we've got surplus fuel. But yeah, at the moment, this early phase of the race, we just have not got pace in the car. But I hope that's going to change around for us. And here we go then. Colapinto is going to come in very early, within 9 laps. Although the leader's starting lap 10. Only 9 laps for ourselves. Antonelli hopefully is going to make that move on Mick Schumacher. First stop of the day then. 2 second stop. We like that. And Antonelli has got back past Mick Schumacher. Right, will we be dead last here? Yes, I think we will. I'd prefer to be dead last by a little bit, just so we're not right on the tail of these cars. We can use the pace a little bit, because that is a nasty DRS train there. Yeah, we're 5 seconds behind them. 4 seconds. Oh, what are their tyre life down there? We've got Ocon is only going to be out another couple of laps, so is Bortoletto. So a couple of these are going to get out of the way. So it might work out okay, actually, that, for Franco. Plus clean air, yeah, exactly. We've got some clean air there now, Franco, for a couple of laps at least. But this is worrying me. Mick Schumacher in RV has got pace on us, and he's got better tyre life by 5% as well, so not ideal. And we're not gaining to Russell or Norris either, so but I hope our pace is a little bit better later on in the race. Syke, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well.
I am trying.
No problem, no problem.
So yeah, Ocon and Bortoletto down to 34%. It'd be handy if they came in this lap, really. Many thanks for the follow, much appreciated, buddy. So this just continues to be the battle between ourselves and Mick Schumacher, swapping each lap. And it's Antonelli, and probably fighting isn't helping us gain on those ahead of us.
You are doing a good job there.
I think we're going to have to try something a little bit different, chat, because
So in front of you, we have Norris.
At the minute,
4 seconds from the car ahead.
this is not working for us. It says that's a lot slower, but it would get us an undercut. So that's going to lap 17. That wouldn't be as bad. It's only 2 seconds. I'm going to try and switch to that and go for an undercut now. Ramona, thanks for the rose. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to go for an undercut with Kimi and try the hard tyre. Seems to be working all right with Russell and Verstappen. And this strategy for us at the moment just isn't working, and we won't get those tyres till lap 17 anyway that was originally, so we're going to go to lap 15. Right, Colapinto is 1.5 off Ocon. We're hoping Ocon and Bortoleto are coming in this lap, really. That would be handy. Mick Schumacher again challenging Kimi Antonelli. Let's just forward on at the end of this lap. I want to see if Bortoleto and Ocon are going to jump into the pits.
Our window is open.
This track does love aggressive undercuts. Work for Max in 2021. Well, hopefully it's going to work for us. We've already done an undercut here with Franco, and Bortoleto and Ocon do come in. Colapinto had already got past Ocon by the looks of it there. And Colapinto gets some free DRS essentially there, and nice to see that Maloney has no DRS. So, and he's 4.5 seconds up the road, so this might work out okay for Franco. He's 34 seconds off the lead though, so that's not ideal, is it? What we're trying to get that little undercut on Max. He's lapping slower than Max, so yeah, I don't think there's much chance of coming out in front of Max Verstappen, as our old buddy Mick Schumacher, he's yet again trying to get the move done. He's got DRS, so he's looking good to come back into P7. He's using more tyre life than us now, though, because the margin was 5%. It's now the same on 44. Emin's going to be in soon. COTA's rather brutal on tyres. I think finish on mediums is the right choice. Yeah, we would have gone light on the softs as well, which isn't ideal.
Okay, do your best there.
Is this today? It's today, it's right now, but it's not Formula 1, it's F1 Manager 24. You really need to extend that hard tyre stint. Yeah, we'll see how we go. It is set up to be on aggressive, but we can go standard and extend it a little bit, so we'll manage that as we go. Is Behrman coming in? No, he's stayed out for another lap. Yeah, Mick Schumacher using a lot more tyre life than us now. So he is pushing. I guess my concern is we've dropped 5 seconds behind Russell and Norris, but it's okay. Colapinto. Right, let's just forward on then to get closer to Antonelli's stop. See Colapinto, because he's going to have to make an overtake here on Maloney. Yeah, he's going slightly quicker than the leaders now, Colapinto, but it need them to stay out for about another 10 laps for him to make any difference against them. Oh, is he getting very close to Saint Maloney, his old teammate here, and through on the inside, and that will be Colapinto safely into P18. DRS to pull away. Or actually he is, yeah, we do get the DRS, as Antonelli is still trying to get past Mick Schumacher.
On our race.
So I think I'm just going to come in next lap. Do we think Mick will come in this lap? See, this is a problem. I don't know what Mick is going to do. Yes, he does come in. That's good. All right, we will pit this lap.
Okay, to close the gap now.
Let's try and push. See if we can do the overcut on Mick Schumacher here. As both Behrman and Mick Schumacher into the pits. Clean stop for Behrman, or is he being held? I think he's held for Mick to come in there. So Mick Schumacher is going on the hard, so that'll be the same as Antonelli. Alright, it's Colapinto coming out in all of this. Behrman's out in front of him. What about Mick Schumacher? Mick Schumacher will be behind him. But yeah, Colapinto not really close enough to Behrman to make any sort of impact there. But if Mick gets closer, we can hold him up to at least give Antonelli the chance of the overcut here. But this is going to bring Antonelli and Colapinto very close to one another again, I'd imagine here. Sabotswar, thanks for the follow. Probably butchered that, but much appreciated. And Colapinto is coming up to awful traffic here. Leclerc should be in soon, though. And Gasly. That's basically from Albon down to Pourchaire. It's a 5-car DRS train here. Yeah, 5 cars in that DRS train. And Antonelli's going to come out right in the bang middle of all of that as well, because he's going to be close to Mick Schumacher, isn't he, here? So, Colapinto, let's watch this pit stop first. Two-second stop, that's very nice. Gasly does pit, so does Leclerc, so that's going to release some of this traffic. That's a very nice stop for us, but where did Antonelli feed out here? Gonna be pretty close. There's his teammate. And he's going to be just behind his teammate, but he is going to be in front of Mick Schumacher. So the overcut worked, or at least the undercut didn't work for Mick Schumacher at least, as Colapinto's got past Teo Pourchaire, and Antonelli will now need to do the same. And Mick Schumacher again all over the back of Kimi Antonelli. Don't really want to be fighting Mick Schumacher all day today, but it looks like this might be the situation we find ourselves in. Teo Pourchaire's held on to the back of Colapinto. They've really rinsed their hearts, haven't they? Well, Pourchaire has at least. Oh, look at this, gaining here. Will he come out of the slipstream? Colapinto, who we got ahead of us here? Stroll and Albon. They don't necessarily need to pit this lap, so we're going to have to try and make some overtakes here. Got a yellow flag out, and that is very quick, so maybe someone just gone wide. As we're having a look on the inside here, no, Yuki Tsunoda's had a lock-up. And we send it down the inside on the final corner. And that's going to be job done as Antonelli and Mick Schumacher are past Teo Pourchaire. We can have a look at that as well. So there we go. Antonelli past Pourchaire, and then Mick Schumacher followed him through on that final corner. So Mick Schumacher still not able to shake him at the moment, are we? Right, Colapinto up to P11. Hadjar into the pits. Now we've got Albon.
That's okay.
Dietrich and Abby, thanks for the follows. Much appreciated. Right, Colapinto, he's due to stop again around lap 30. And Antonelli lap 35. We've still got quite a few who need to stop ahead of us, including Alex Albon down to 35% on his soft tyres.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
And we pull out to the inside. DRS is open now. This should be a pretty easy overtake, as Mick Schumacher has got past Kimi Antonelli. Bloody Mick Schumacher today.
It's certainly inviting.
Mick's had at least 4 Weetabix, and he's absolutely on it today. Can't shake Mick Schumacher, but we need to get past Lance Stroll at least, and we do. Right, so what does this all mean? We saw Colapinto get past Albon. Norris is into the pits. He was about 5 seconds down the road on Antonelli and Mick Schumacher. So let's have a look if this is any closer now. Nice clean stop. I don't think it's going to be much closer, is it? Don't know. He's still got to come up the hill, I guess. Colapinto's close to him. Antonelli. Yeah, this isn't working out at the moment, chat. We're going to have a hard old race here. Coming into today, Max had a 4-point deficit to Kimi Antonelli. So if I show you this, Kimi obviously not in the points at the moment. He will be, but we lead. Before coming into this race, we lead the championship by 3 points. Max would have a 22-point lead with just 2 races left if it finished how it is right now. I don't think it will, because Kimi should get to the points. But it does look like Max will win the race, and we haven't got the pace to challenge him for the win, so we've got to try and get it as high as possible today. It's going to be damage limitation. And I'll say, what's not helping is that we seem to be fighting Mick Schumacher today. And he's about to get past Alex Albon, and we might have to wait a few more corners to do that. So it's really not working out for Kimi, as Mick's teammate, K-Mag, from P3, is into the pits. Mano, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. If Verstappen is going long on those hards. Lawson in as well. We're expecting all of these to be out ahead of us, though. Yeah, they're going to be well clear, aren't they, these guys?
Albon is pitting now.
So there's Piastri. There's Magnussen. Lawson's lost out, though. Colapinto is past Lawson, as is Antonelli. So that's someone we've gained on with the undercut. Albon, Stroll and Pourchaire all in now as well. Who's not stopped ahead of us? Oh, is that us involved in that? It is Franco Colapinto. It's got front wing damage.
Who's sex?
Oh, no. It goes from bad to worse, and it's Mick Schumacher involved. Surely he just turned right there, Mick. Well, Mick Schumacher, the man who's been causing... Got mine. I think we have to leave it for now. Oh, that is... And Mick's got no damage there. Does mean Kimi Antonelli is clear now in P7 of these two. But that's probably wrecked Franco Colapinto's race. We'd prefer it to be Franco's race than Kimi's. Well, that is not ideal.
Copy.
Looks like no one's getting a penalty for that either. Right, Franco Colapinto is going to try and overtake Mick Schumacher. Now I'm just going to try and slow Mick up and just get him out of Kimi's DRS here, because I've had enough of Mick being involved with us today. Let's just see if we can do that for a couple of corners here.
Copy.
But yeah, who's not pitted? So it's just Russell and Verstappen who haven't pitted yet. I say Colapinto here is just putting the brakes on, throwing the anchor out, as we like to call it, and giving Antonelli a bit of a gap to Mick Schumacher, which he's now building for him. It's now up to 2.2, 2.3. So that should be pretty good for him now. But yeah, Colapinto will have to look out for his lap times just to see if that's going to affect him. And we'll maybe change that front wing at the pit stop. Andromeda, thanks for the follow. 7th might be all we can do today, yeah, perhaps. Hidez, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah, it might well be 7th today, unless we can get a lucky safety car or something. We might just have to settle for that. So I think what's the gap? 3 points. Max would take 25, which would reduce it to 22. And we would get 1, 2, 4, 6. So it would give Max a 16-point lead, though, going into the final 2 races. That's not great. So really, we really need to be getting to the top 5. But at the moment, Antonelli's just not showing that kind of pace to get there. Leader, I think Piastri and K-Mag might lead this race when Verstappen and Russell come out. So maybe if there's a little bit of shenanigans there, that would help. Colapinto is staying with Mick Schumacher, so I don't feel we need to pit him yet for that front wing. I feel we can live without it, it looks like. Lawson's a bit of a loser in that first stint, though, isn't he? I don't know where he was before that, but he's now in P10. But if we could close this 6 seconds, it's then only a second and a bit. Norris and Behrman together, and then it's only a couple of seconds to Magnussen. So if we can close this, P4 is on, and then it's only 1.4 to Piastri. So We can get involved with that. That would be very nice. But how this is going now, we'd like to think we can finish at least P7 today. Tom, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. If you are dropping into the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. Of course, do follow or subscribe. And if you're not watching on YouTube, then in my bio on TikTok and Twitch, you can find the YouTube channel. Head over to there, subscribe, and we have 2 episodes a week in this series, as well as all the live streams. But Verstappen leads. They've started on the hard, so they're going quite long as Verstappen and Russell. Colapinto is just starting to drop off Mick Schumacher now, and Mick is getting closer to Antonelli again. But Mick has used 6% more tyre life, so that's not really going to be too much of an issue now, I don't think. I think Mick is just going to burn up his tyres, it looks like. Erasmus, thanks for the follow. So due to stop, lap 35 of Antonelli. Lap 30 now with Franco. And we'll just forward on for a bit, chat. I'll watch Mick Schumacher's times. Colapinto has got Liam Lawson all over the back of him now. I wonder what we do here with Franco. We might have to just change things up a bit with Franco now, because he's got damage. Yeah, we might have to just bring him in a little bit earlier. Lap 28. Still another 7 laps. Try and at least get him a point here today. It might be P10 for Franco, because Lawson's going to be heading on past us. And, yeah, Franco's already down to 63%. So I think we'll have to switch over to that strategy, and then we'll change the front wing at that stop as well. But yeah, whilst we've got some gaps here, we'll just forward on as Russell pits. So where will Russell come out? Max and Piastri had caught up to him. They weren't too far away from him there. George Russell then. So we've got a yellow flag. Someone's had a spin. Antonelli will be past Russell here. Stroll's had a spin. In the Audi these days, Lance Stroll, and fighting with an Alpine. Oh, he's just lit up the rears though.
I messed up.
What year is this? It's 2027. Russell is going to come out in P10 behind Colapinto. And he's on the medium. So has that going long worked for Russell or not? We'll wait and see on that. But Verstappen is going to come out in P5 here, isn't he, Max? So Colapinto, yeah, he's losing pace really now, isn't he? Mick Schumacher still 3.5 seconds off Antonelli, but Lawson might be able to close that a little bit more. We'll see. Colapinto, George is probably going to get past him now. Team name is Maserati. We are Maserati, as you can see here. Maserati made up one of the first ever Formula 1 races, or the first ever Formula 1 race, so we've brought them back to try and get success with them. And there we go, Russell past Colapinto then, so Colapinto's race a little bit ruined now. I might even just have to get him in now, chat, because he's losing time for them behind us. And I might still have to keep to a free stop here, but go to the hards now. Unfortunately, it's not working for Franco. So we'll bring him in, but he's going to come out a long way down the field now. Hopefully we can get him back to P10 and get him at least a point today, but we might lose out in the Constructors today as well. And we've got a slow front right. Well, oh, we're putting invisible tyres on. It's all I don't know if it was slow, if it was just because we were putting on the front wing. But anyway, that's a long haul race now from Franco. He's going to be P17. Might even be P18 by the time we get up the hill. Yeah, he will be. Will he be P19? Because here comes Stroll. Yes, he will. So, as I say, this is a long haul race now for Franco. I do think I'm going to put some softs on at the end again. He's going to have to go for another stop. Really, we just need to concentrate on Kimi Antonelli now. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for us at the moment. This is how it stands. We would drop from leading the Drivers' Championship. We'd be 14 points behind Max Verstappen. And the Constructors, we would still lead that. But Red Bull would be within 19 points. These would both be with 2 races to go. So Red Bull and Max having a good day so far. And Antonelli, 9 seconds off Behrman. He's not really gaining. So it's just no pace really there at the moment. But here comes Max Verstappen, the race leader. He won't lead the race once he's made this stop, but he should have the pace to reclaim it. I think he'll be ahead of Kimi Antonelli here. Well, that might be a little bit tighter than we thought. But here comes Kimi Antonelli. So he's ahead of his championship rival now, but Max has fresh tyres on. And Antonelli's on hard, so Max is 2 steps softer and fresh softs. So, yeah. I think Verstappen will be coming straight back past us here. Three races, not 2, round 17. We're doing 19 races, Warrior, so only 19 races in this season. So this should be race 17 of 19. So after today, 2 races left. Mills, thanks for the follow. As K-Mag is now into the lead of this race. But there goes Max Verstappen. Say he's on those fresh softs. Can we try and stay with him? Probably not, I would suggest. Let's use some battery. Just thinking if we could just stay in his DRS, but it's nearly gone, the DRS already. Look, yeah, it's just not got the pace.
And the overtake available.
Copy.
Yeah, we can't hold on to the Flying Dutchman there. He's on his way.
And remind to protect
I was hoping we would stay with him just for this DRS to try and start bringing us a little bit closer to Behrman and those. That's not happened. Behrman is down to 59%, so Behrman's going to struggle on his final stint if he continues that pace. Lawson... Yeah, so we might be on for top 6 now, so it's improved a little bit for Antonelli, hasn't it? And I think we might be able to get Behrman towards the end. So top 5, damage limitation. Come on, Lando. Are you going to finish the season today? No, I'm finishing the season next Friday. So today's stream is COTA. I'll do a stream on Tuesday, which is going to be Canada. And then next Friday evening, 7 PM BST, will be the season finale in Brazil. And hopefully we're still fighting for the championship when we get to Brazil. But Lawson is 3.5 seconds behind Kimi, so he's comfortable to those guys. But yeah, Verstappen's pace is brilliant now. He's on those softs. But Piastri leads. Max is 8 seconds off the lead of this race. But yeah, I say Behrman's down to 57%. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on that front. What's going on with young Franco Colapinto then? He is P19. And not having a great day, is he really? Let's forward on and see if we can get some overtakes done with him. First of which will be on Lance Stroll. Is this live? It is live, but it's not Formula 1. It's F1 Manager 24, our Maserati 2027 season. Here comes Colapinto then. Looking at the Audi's rear wing of Lance Stroll. DRS is open. And this should be for a whopping P18, although Lance isn't really letting him have it easy. But there we go. We are into P18. Next up the road, be Teo Porcher. He's on 75% mediums. Franco can be a bit more aggressive on this tyre, can't he? So can we get Franco back to P10? That's really the aim for him. I don't think we can achieve any more than P10 with Franco today. Antonelli, we've just got to be mindful of Lawson's pace. We don't want Lawson getting close to us, but his tyres are starting to degrade a bit. Just reminding myself of the stop, lap 35. So we've got another 9 laps and even longer with Franco. Let's move Franco closer to Porcher. Saying that, Lawson is getting a little bit too close for comfort now. He's 2.2.
Margin to push more.
Yeah.
So let's just push a bit with Kimi. As Bortoletto's mechanical fault is getting worse, I really don't want Lawson getting that close to us. Yeah, Behrman down to 53% now. We're only 4 seconds off Behrman, so I think we can definitely get Behrman. We can see him up the road now. Although I talked about P6, I forgot, of course, of George Russell, who had already stopped, hadn't he? And he's coming back through the pack. So, yeah, we still might be on battling for P7, even P8, if Lawson's pace is good. So, there's still a bit of fighting to go here. What console do you think's best for this game? I don't really know. I play on PC, so I couldn't really comment. If I had to pick, I would be on a PlayStation, though, probably. Whereas Hamilton, he has retired as Lewis Hamilton. This is 2027 in this universe. Right, we've just pulled that gap back up to 3 seconds to Lawson, so happy with that.
Down a bit more on your tires.
Copy.
Stroll is staying with Colapinto. Let's use a bit of this battery. Porcher, 70% medium tyre. Then we've got 2 seconds to Bortoletto. And then once we're past Bortoletto, there's 6 seconds of clean air. So now we're gaining rapidly on this Alpine. Will we send it on the inside of this final corner? Of course we will. There we go. Franco into P17, has the DRS to pull away as well. And we can see that Mercedes of Bortoletto, who has got a mechanical issue. And that mechanical issue is a gearbox. Actually, he's got a gearbox and an ERS issue. So Bortoletto is probably going to be pretty slow. And that should be pretty easy work for Franco Colapinto. So Antonelli is keeping around about that 3 seconds to Lawson. But now Russell, who's on those fresher tyres, is close to Lawson. In fact, he's now past Lawson. So we're expecting Russell to be on our gearbox pretty soon. But Antonelli is closing to Ollie Behrman. It's now down to 2 seconds. So we're fighting for something in between 5th and 7th at this stage of the race. It is only halfway stage, though. And Colapinto's broken the DRS to Teo Porcher. Hasn't quite got it on Bortoletto, but we're very close. Kimi is gaining, yes. Oh, that ERS resetting is such a pain. Is it real? It is not real. It is F1 Manager 24. But if you're in the stream, like what you see, please do spam that like button. Super appreciate it. And don't forget to comment. And of course, follow or subscribe if you don't already. I don't think we really need to use the battery right now, because this looks like Bortoletto has got a gearbox issue and an ERS issue, as we said. We might just need to use a little bit over here, though, because Bortoletto should get the DRS now. No, he doesn't. We still got it. So that's fine. Cool. Right. Franco into P16. As I say, he's now got 7 seconds, so he's got nice clean air now. And most of these should pit before him, so there might not be much overtaking Franco needs to do now. Lawson and Russell are continuing to fight, which is good. How good is the car? Well, we were around about the second quickest car on the grid, but McLaren's are sort of progressing well, so second or third fastest car on the grid. Red Bull, especially Max's, is the fastest car on the grid. Right, I might use her a bit more attacking here.
Try to minimize the gap with the car in front now.
Yeah, Russell's broken the fight to Lawson, so now he's going to be arriving on us pretty shortly. What's Russell's tyre life? 68%. He has used quite a bit of that. Verstappen's back to P3, but he's nearly into the lead of this race again. And we can now see Ollie Behrman.
Try to close the gap now.
I'm loving the streams you're putting out. I'm all in to be a dedicated fan. If you're down, we can catch up on Discord. Thanks for the comment, Remy.
Russell behind. Is 1.5 from you. Keep focus on our race.
Right, I'll kind of need Antonelli to get into the DRS now of Behrman to protect him from Russell, really, if anything. And then it's 5 seconds to Norris. Yeah, I wonder if we can start to close on Lando at all. We'll see.
Tires update.
Verstappen into P2. Oh, he's fighting with Piastri. Still just attacking on this tyre because I want to try and get into that DRS of Ollie Behrman, which we are nearly there.
More charge.
Copy.
As we've got a yellow flag. Sonoda, we've got a safety car. And we're going to have to use this. We're going to have to take this opportunity. Let's have a look at what's happened here. Safety car, Sergio Perez and Yuki Tsunoda. Ah, Perez lock up and just T-bones him. Right. This is a chance for us. Let's just have a look then, chat, what we could do with Kimi Antonelli. We could get those mediums on. We'd have to manage them. But let's get Kimi in now. Can we do anything with Franco? Is Franco now going to lose out of all these pitting? Yeah, I think we just keep Franco out. All right, but Tsunoda and Perez both out of the race then with that crash. And yeah, most of the grid coming in then. Where are the leaders? This is what will be interesting.
Box is lap. Box.
Copy, box now.
Perez gets a time penalty that will be applied next race now. K-Mag down to 52%. Are all the leaders going to come in here? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, we'll do the same. So K-Mag in, Verstappen in, Piastri, Norris in. Behrman will be in as well because his tyres were struggling. Antonelli's going to be in. It's going to be a little bit of mayhem in the pits here. Russell stays out. That makes sense. Like, well, does it? I don't know. We're being held for a little while. Where will Russell be here? He will get to P2? P2. Colapinto may as well pit though, mightn't he? Colapinto's not going to make up any positions, is he? Oh, he is, because he's sorry. Is he? Where was Colapinto? P18. 77% tyres. I think we probably do need a pit with Franco. We'll have to go soft now. Yeah, I think we're going to have to just get that done. Because everyone else is pitted, so he's just going to be... He's not going to gain too many positions. He wouldn't have gained any, I don't think, because he gained on Tsunoda and Perez. 2 second stop. There's Leclerc and Albon, who already passed us. And we will be out comfortably against Portier. So we're in P14 and with fresh tyres on. So, yeah, we'll take that. I want new manager Adrian. Thanks for the follow. Warrior Pit Franco, you lose out later. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we've got him in the end. I was hoping he was going to gain quite a few positions, but he was too far back, so didn't make sense to keep him out. All right, let's get this safety car period out of the way then. Might take a couple of laps here. Lawson on hards. Betterman, Verstappen on softs again. Russell stayed out, of course. What has Verstappen gone on here? Verstappen's gone hard, soft, soft. So is he going to put another set of mediums on, or will he go for another set of softs at the end? He'll do well to get those softs to the end. The safety car is ending then. Magnussen leads this race. Just an update on that. K-Mag in his RB leads on the hard tyres. Got Russell on very much used mediums, and then Verstappen on softs. So K-Mag, if he goes to the end on those hards, might have a chance of winning this race. And if someone else can win the race over Verstappen, we'll take that, because it'll mean Verstappen is denied an extra 7 points. If Verstappen can finish second and we can finish fifth, we would take that, because it would only be, what, a loss of about 8 points. But we're green flag racing then. K-Mag is now deciding when to bolt, and he has bolted. He's gone. K-Mag gets the jump on Russell. Can Russell keep Verstappen behind here? Looks like he should just manage that. Let's jump on board with our drivers though. And Lawson's getting a nice tow here. But he doesn't go for it. So we're in P7 with Antonelli. We've got Behrman and Norris ahead of us. Russell stayed out. I'm not sure that's going to work for Russell.
No problem.
Behrman on the hards, as is Norris. So Antonelli's got a chance here of getting past these. So whether we stay on these mediums and go light, as the strategy we've set up, or we push hard and go for another stop and get some softs on. Let me know in the chat what you think. Should we try and get Antonelli to the end on these mediums, or should we go aggressive and get him on another set of softs at the end? Pulling out to the inside, but he's going to lose out because of the tow. Russell just about keeping Verstappen behind. Owlboy, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Colapinto, I think, has got a move done there. And we need to change his strategy yet again, don't we, Franco? We're all over the place with the strategy today. We can't even put another bar on there, can we? But that's fine. I think we have got another set of softs, haven't we? Yeah, we have, so that's fine. Let's just push on with Franco. He's looking at the back of Leclerc. No worries, bro. Good stuff, thank you. K-Mag sets a fast lap of the race. He leads by 2 seconds. Can Verstappen get past towards Russell here? Not yet, but once he gets the DRS, he will be. And Colapinto is alongside, nearly, Charles Leclerc. Not quite, though. I think I'm just going to attack on these softs when I can. They're burning up at a minute. Right, Antonelli, we really need to get past Ollie Behrman here. And if Ollie Behrman doesn't have the DRS, that'll be a great opportunity to do so. Does Behrman's rear wing open or not?
Okay, do your best there.
No, it does not. So this is a great chance for Antonelli to move into P6 in this race. Verstappen has got George Russell. But here comes Kimi Antonelli then for P6. But Behrman fighting it in the braking zone, but he can't quite hold on to it. So Antonelli into P6. Now, do we try and stretch these tyres out? Or as I say, do we go aggressive and get another set of softs on?
At the moment, we are P6.
Depends what's going on here. Most of these are on softs. They've probably got to pit again. I think it depends on the rest of the grid, really. Verstappen down to 82%, so he's going to stop again, isn't he? At 35, about to be 36 of 56. Magnussen leads, but Verstappen is flying now, and he's all over the back of him. The Red Bull against the sister team, the B team, and Max Verstappen once again leads the race. And he's going to attack hard on those softs, build a gap. Colapinto on the inside of Leclerc, and he's through now into B12. And Antonelli is holding on to the back of these McLarens. So Russell is going to have to get out of this, isn't he, at 51%. Magnussen and Norris definitely are going to go to the end. Piastri might be trying to go to the end. Antonelli is having a look up the inside of Oscar Piastri, though. This would be nice, but I don't quite think we're going to get it because Piastri's getting the toe. "20 laps to go then." And Verstappen has got a 2-second lead now, but as I say, he will have to pit again, whereas I don't think Magnussen or Norris will, and I don't think Piastri will.
Keep focus on our race.
If you could put hards on for this final stint under the safety car, you've got the advantage. We didn't have any hards to put on. And it's whether Antonelli, we try and manage these to the end, these mediums, or we go aggressive and try and get another set of softs on. I don't really know what to do yet. But we're up the inside again of Oscar Piastri. But again, he's getting the slipstream, so it's not going to work for us. Russell, no DRS now, I don't think. Yes, he did just hold on to it from Norris. Once Russell loses that DRS, he's going to be having problems because his tyres are down to 48%. And Lawson looks like he's got past Behrman. So he's now going to join this fight. And Lawson, another one that can go to the end. Say the tyre deck is high round here.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
I think I'm pushing towards stopping again here, chap. So what would that be? That would be lap 40... Lap 43. That would be 6 laps time.
Try to close the gap as much as possible.
As Antonelli is through on Russell, then Russell
Try to close the gap.
did lose the DRS on Norris, so both Piastri and ourselves through. Colapinto having to hold off Charles Leclerc. Let's try and attack a bit with his tyres as well. As I say, the deck is high around here, so let's just see what we can do with it. But I feel that another stop is the way to go. I just think the tyres won't hold on if not. If Russell can hold Lawson up for another couple of corners. But as I say, I think it's advantage to Magnussen, Norris and Lawson who are on those hards. Now Franco fighting his replacement. Yes, indeed.
From you.
All right, let's see if Antonelli can get to these. So yeah, who's going to stop again down here? Most of the grid. I think most of those below Russell will probably need to stop again. Sandor, thanks for the rose, much appreciated. Yasina, thanks for the follow. Sorry if I'm butchering those, but much appreciated. Right, Antonelli has caught up to the two McLarens then. He's been trying to get past Piastri since this restart, but Piastri, as I say, is getting a nice toe of those cars ahead. That's a long way back, but Antonelli is being very aggressive with it. And again, he was later on the brakes, so therefore couldn't get on the accelerator as quick as Piastri. Antonelli is trying, though. Verstappen only 2 seconds up the road, and he's down to 62% on those softs. And the pit loss here is 22 seconds, basically. That's the only problem. So Max, if he pits in the next couple of laps, he would be near enough dead last. He'd be about 18th. As Colapinto has got past Ollie
Watching
Behrman.
the action closely here. It's there for the taking, and they made that look very easy.
So Franco on his pursuit to come back to the points. He's now in P10. Kimi Antonelli on the last corner. That will help. And Piastri is pushed very wide there. We still retain DRS. And we can push up down the road. We need to keep that DRS to Lando Norris there if we can.
We have Norris.
Yes, there was a safety car. There was a safety car about 5-6 laps ago. That's why it's all pretty tightly bunched, because Tsunoda and Perez crashed out together. So what are we trying to go for? We're trying to go for lap 43. Is this stop going to help us or hurt us? That's going to be the thing. Let's wait and see.
Focus on your race now.
I think even these hard runners, though, their tyres will probably be screaming out at the end. They've got another 17 laps to do yet. And now Kimi Antonelli is very close to Norris and Magnussen, but again, they're getting DRS. Norris is getting DRS as well. We'll get a slipstream here, though, as well as the DRS. And we're just being a bit patient. Norris is going to send one on the inside.
Yes, behind you.
And Norris is through on K-Mag. We can't quite get that done. And Colapinto is into P8.
Take a look now. Here we are then at the 11th corner.
What's happened to Russell? Because we're
There's the
past
opening.
Russell as well, it says. Oh, we then got the slipstream and the DRS on
And as a
Russell.
result, 8th place is there.
And I forget, Russell's tyres are dead, aren't they? Russell down to 38%. He's down to P10. That's really not working. If Kimi Box gets stuck in a DRS train, he does. But most of the grid will need to pit again down there. Because their tyres, already some of them in 50% range. So in another 4 laps, he certainly will be in a DRS train, but their tyres are going to have it. And Antonelli through on K-Mag then.
So in front of you, we have Norris.
And he's still got the DRS, but K-Mag coming back at us. Right, Antonelli into P3.
Are you ready?
He is going to box into traffic. It might not work for us. It's a risk, but we've got to try risks. Because Verstappen will have to pit again anyway. Unless Verstappen tries to stay out and gets a puncture, then we'll take that. If we can finish ahead of Verstappen, it doesn't really matter about the result of the race. If we can do this undercut, and it allows us to finish ahead of Verstappen, that's job done for us today. But Verstappen's tyre is worse than us, so he'll probably have to come in before us, if anything, here. Right, Colapinto, I'm going to get in this lap. And then he's just going to go standard till the end here. Right, Antonelli, this will be for P2, as Leclerc's had a lock-up. Charles Leclerc's absolutely
Now,
hanging
let's
his
take a
life in
look
that Ferrari.
at turn 10.
And Gabbo, thanks for the follow, much appreciated.
And there goes the steering. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyre.
Right, so yeah, pit loss. That is about 22 seconds. So at the moment, yeah, it'd be ahead of Maloney. So there'd be a lot of traffic. But the tyres won't get to the end. We can't get these mediums to the end, so we are committed to stopping again. If Antonelli has the pace, maybe let him stay out. Yeah, we'll let him stay out for as long as possible, but because we've used a lot of that tyre, he's got to come in again now. They won't get to the end. And it looks like Norris might be getting back past, not quite. Let's just watch Colapinto stop. This will be the final stop of the day then for Franco. I feel like we've made a lot of pit stops today. That's a 1.8 second stop though. We like that. Antonelli did just stay out ahead of the McLaren. And Colapinto will be maybe not dead last. He'll be 18th ahead of Bortoletto by the looks of it. Third quickest stop of the day, that 1.8. So a lot of teams doing quick stops today. I want to go standard here though. Kelvin, thanks for the follow. So, Colapinto will go to the end here. As I say, Maloney will have to pit, Stroll will have to pit, Ocon will have to pit, Hadjar might not, Pourchaire will, Leclerc will, Russell will, Albon will. So, good chance for Colapinto to get a lovely little undercut and get back to the points here.
Behind.
As Norris is moving back ahead, but we're nearly caught up to Max Verstappen here. I wonder if Max will go on the mediums or the softs at the end here. Max starting lap 42, 15 to go then. That safety car, I think, has brought us back into contention, but I don't know how it's all going to end up once we stop again. Need to undercut Max if we can. Yeah, definitely. I just don't want to go too early. And as Albon and Russell have decided to stop now as well, so that's helpful for Colapinto, as in getting some traffic out of the way. Albon's going on the hards, Russell's going on the softs. Here they both are. Where is Colapinto? He's not going to be a million miles ahead of them, is he? There he is. Probably a couple of seconds once Albon's up to speed, I'd imagine. Yeah, there we go. A couple of seconds. Albon on the hard, so he's got the ability to push a little bit harder. I wonder if that gap, if it's worth going this lap. What do you think, chat? Do we pit this lap? Make a quick decision. What's Max's tyre down? 46%. Oh, I think it's too late. I think we might be too late on it. Yeah, we are. We're going to have to go next lap then.
Box.
All right, pushing Lando Norris out wide though, and we're going to come in at the pits at the end of this lap then. Can we try and catch Max Verstappen and get past him on this lap? But we are now on a net pit stop with Max Verstappen. That's the positive. The only thing we need to do in this race is finish ahead of Max. If we can pit this lap, and Max stays out another lap, that's going to really help us. Right, Colapinto needs to get this done, and Maloney's coming into the pits anyway, because we don't want Albon and Russell getting that close to us. Colapinto did get some DRS off the back of that. Alright, Antonelli. Let's use some pace here. Let's try and lead this race, which looked very unlikely at one stage. And there goes Kimi Antonelli. But I say, Norris going to the end, Piastri going to the end, Magnussen going to the end, so is Lawson, so is Mick, maybe Gasly is as well, actually. So there's going to have to be some overtaking done by ourselves and Max Verstappen here. I'm hoping Max doesn't pit this lap. We really want Max to stay out another lap here. Down to 41%. I think he might come in as well. Life would be a lot better for us if Max stays out for another lap here. Let's wait and see.
Pit lane.
And Max does stay out. That is lovely. Right now, we need the pit crew to do the work. This is our final stop of the day. We need a nice, clean stop. Fingers crossed. And it's a 2.1. That'll do. That will do nicely.
What a race. What a race.
Now, we know we're going to have traffic here, but how much traffic? There's Ocon. I'm thinking maybe Ocon. Might be just ahead of Ocon, I'm thinking. Yeah, behind Behrman and Leclerc is not ideal, is it?
You are P10.
There we go. Antonelli into P10. Colapinto then continues on his way.
Ocon behind.
Ah, this is not good. This is what we don't want. Gonna have to try and get past on this left-hander into this corner. Oh, he's too far back. Oh, yeah, this is killing us here. We've got to hope Behrman doesn't get DRS here. He does get DRS, but he's getting the toe off the Ferrari as well. Oh no, we need to be ahead of this Williams. Got to be later into the brakes here, Kimi. And he is forcing his way through. But if Max pits this lap, I think Max would come out ahead of us here, because we're losing a lot of time in that fight. And here comes Max.
Yes, let's go.
This is not working.
At the moment you are going well. At the moment you are P9.
I think this is going to cost us. Max on the mediums as well. He can push them a little bit more than us. All right, we've got DRS. We safely passed the Ferrari. There's Verstappen. Going to be very close. Antonelli is passed. Leclerc is passed. Can Behrman get past? No, he can't.
You are doing a good job. In front of you there is Gasly.
But I think that's still advantage to Verstappen, because he's on mediums that he can push a little bit more than Antonelli. Antonelli has just got past him. Colapinto then still just waiting for a few more to make their pit stops. Russell is 5 seconds back. Russell on 82%. So Colapinto should have a chance to still get back to the points. Hamilton doesn't exist. No, it's 2027 here, so Hamilton's retired. Jochen, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. So yeah, Verstappen should be easily past Leclerc here, I'd imagine. Although Leclerc's got a good release off that corner. I think Leclerc's pushing for his in-lap though, isn't he? And we are close to Mick Schumacher and Gasly now. It's still looking better than it was, though, for us, because Verstappen was going to take he's going to take the lead of the championship. Plus, at one stage, we were going to be about 16 points back. It's not going to be as bad as that now. Even if Verstappen gets past us, hopefully we can just finish one car behind him. And that would help us. And he's just losing a lot of time there behind Leclerc, who I think will come into the pits. No, he's not. So Verstappen's going to have to try and send one here. And that's lost Verstappen nearly 3 seconds there, as Leclerc is down to 29% tyres and trying to hang it out. So Colapinto, he's going to get another one here as Teo Porcher's into the pits. And Hadjar and Behrman, we think, will stay out for the remainder of the race. So we have got to catch them, as we've got a yellow flag. It's Schumacher running wide. And that has put... We're right on these guys now.
This was the fourth corner.
Natalia, thanks for the follow. Eden, thanks for the follow. Hope you're both doing well.
Watch the car there.
So Antonelli is right on the back of these now. Right, he's got to try and be aggressive here.
Use overtake. We can try to catch up.
So we can put these two cars between us and Max very quickly. That would help us. And we're going to get bogged down here. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Kimi, you should have been a bit more... Although I like that, though. A bit more aggressive. 2 for 1, Kimi. We will take that.
Do your best.
Well, I was then going to disrespect Kimi Antonelli. But he has pulled it out. And he's got both of them into the same braking zone. That could be crucial.
Now, this, I think, was at
Look
turn
at this.
13.
Kimi switched from the outside to the inside, past both the RB and Aston Martin. And now Max has got to get past those two as well. And that could be big. That could be very big for Kimi Antonelli. So Colapinto 1.7 off Hadjar. We are gaining on him. 10 laps to go. How crucial could that move be for Antonelli? If Verstappen loses time between these two, that could even mean Antonelli beats Verstappen, which would be absolutely massive today. I still would favour Verstappen, because he's got those mediums. He can do a little bit more, but he can't send one there, and he's going to have to wait a few more corners now. Antonelli, has he broken the DRS to Gasly?
Try to cool it down a
Not
bit
quite.
more your
Gasly's
tires.
holding on to it, isn't he? We're going to have to push a bit of battery. We haven't really got much battery to push, but...
The use overtake.
Gasly needs to be out of our DRS, and he is. Okay, that's good. That's really good work from Kimi Antonelli as Bortoletto in the pits from back of the field. Now, can Verstappen do the same? He's now nearly 3 seconds behind Antonelli. He's got to get past these two. If he gets stuck behind him in this corner, he's going to be struggling. Verstappen looking maybe the outside of the RB of Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher has to concede that. So he's got one of them, but he's still got to get Gasly. And the gap is still 3 seconds to Antonelli. But yeah, you still imagine Max will close that pretty quickly. Jose and Catriel, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, Max losing time here, though. It's now 3.5 seconds nearly. He's got to send it here, you'd imagine. And he is. So that is Max release. So it's only 3.5 seconds. I'd imagine he'll close that pretty quickly. But we have arrived on Liam Lawson, who staying out on those tyres, maybe not working off. We could have got him there. That would have been very nice. Because now we're in the position where we've got to wait a few more corners. But then we've got K-Mag. Could we win this race, chat? After all that, could we win the race? It might end up being a 1-2 between ourselves and Verstappen, but in what order? Colapinto is on Hadjar. Leclerc on his 22% tyres is still out there. Leclerc's about to get a puncture. I don't think he really cares. He's given up, really, in that Ferrari. Johnny, thanks for the follow. And Antonelli has already passed Lawson. I wasn't expecting to get there, but he's already done it. And that's another car between ourselves and Verstappen. You would think team orders, and Red Bull will be asking Lawson to move over very quickly. But there we go. That was all easy, wasn't it? Leclerc looks like he's going to give up on that Ferrari. Yes, he is. Leclerc's had enough, hasn't he? That's true to life. All right, Colapinto, he's got DRS now on Hadjar, so this will be Colapinto's comeback to the points completed. And there we go, Colapinto into P10. Does anyone have to stop ahead of him? Probably not. But he could get Behrman, so it could be at least P9 here for Colapinto in the end. And Antonelli is really pushing it now, and he's through on Kevin Magnussen, and he's into P3, and that's another 2 cars between ourselves and Verstappen, but it is now 7 seconds to the McLarens, but we have got 20% tyre life on them. Magona, thanks. Hello, sorry, buddy. How's it going? Nayela, thanks for the follow. Agina, thanks for the follow. Sorry if I'm butchering those. Much appreciated. And we're already pulling a DRS gap on K-Mag. So Verstappen started to close that 3-second gap, but now it'll extend again because he's now got the traffic.
Tires update.
As Leclerc finally pits, so he won't get a puncture, but I don't know what he was trying out there. It's not worked. And there is a battle for 5th in the Constructors on at the moment. I'll be interested to look at that at the end. We're fighting Red Bull, the Constructors, and we're fighting Max for the Drivers' Championship. Coming into this race, we led the Drivers' Championship by 3 points. Kimi, 3 points over Verstappen. And it looked like Verstappen was going to easily beat us today. Now he's got his work out for him. And Verstappen using the DRS, but he's pulled out of the slipstream. He's got no chance of making it from there. Yeah, he's not nowhere near. And now the gap is again about 3 seconds to K-Mag. And Colapinto has already arrived on Ollie Behrman. Here's the DRS for Franco Colapinto. And Franco Colapinto is into P9. And what do we got? We got 13% on Mick and Gasly. It's 8 seconds. Kimi Antonelli is flying. Last lap, 2 seconds a lap quicker than these McLarens. We might have a chance of winning this race here, chat. And if Max doesn't, I was about to say, if he doesn't clear these guys quickly, it looks like he's elbowed his team out of the way there, then Max is going to be in trouble because he's lost 5 seconds to us now. Surely he's going to send one here. If only cars fought like this in real life. If this was real F1, that Red Bull and RB would have been well out of Max's way by now. But if Max has got to follow all the way through here again, he's losing time. You can easily get a McLaren. The only thing that can stop you is a safety car. Yeah, don't speak that one up. Let's not talk that up. Tommy, fuel, good shout, buddy, good shout. And Max Verstappen is there. So he's got 6 seconds to close now, but he's only got 2% tyre life on us. This is looking good. This could be a massive step for Kimi Antonelli in winning his first World Drivers' Championship. But yes, do keep an eye on the fuel for me, chat, because I am prone to forgetting about that, and we don't want Kimi to now get to the front of the race and then run out of fuel. It's 2.3 now to McLaren's. He's closing so quickly to these guys. This is not the last race. We've got 3 to go, so 2 after this one. But it's, we're only doing 1 race today. But yeah, 2 to go. So with coming into this, we had 3 races to go. Kimi led the championship by 3 points. Should be fine on neutral most of the time. It's 0.1 over 3 laps. Yeah, I think if we keep it on neutral, that will get back to where we need it to be. So we should be fine. Just need to come off Colapinto's at some point. So yeah, Colapinto's pulls 4 seconds on them, and he's now 5 seconds behind Gasly and Mick.
Just in front of you. He's a 1.5 from
Max
you.
has closed there, hasn't he? What
Keep
was the
focus on your race now.
Yeah, Max was about a second quicker than us there. So Max isn't out of this yet. But there are the 2 papayas of the McLaren team. Problem is, they are in a DRS of one another, so if we can't get them quickly, that's going to bring Max back in contention here. Don't quite get the DRS this lap, but... I pushed to get DRS. Yeah, we just missed it there. Didn't push the DRS there. But we should get it naturally anyway. There's Max then. There's the 2 McLarens. Norris is moving past Piastri. Right, Antonelli, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push a bit of battery.
In front.
Push a bit of battery. What I want him to do is on the final corner, try and send it on the inside of Lando here. He's not going to go for it though.
Use overtake.
Didn't go for it there.
Lift off.
DRS here. Are we going to get bogged down behind the McLaren? We're on the outside of Lando. Can we stick it out in there? Yes, he can. Kimi then is into P2. And Verstappen took another second out there. So Max is coming quickly. But this was a great move from Kimi Antonelli. Then he's into P2.
Here we head into turn 2.
If we end up winning this race, I don't quite know how it's happened. But there we go, round the outside of Lando. I think that was Lando in the end, wasn't it? Yes, it was Lando. Now it's Piastri. Check fuel. Yeah, I'm going to conserve some fuel with Kimi shortly. But Kimi is through on the inside. Is he of Oscar Piastri? He is. I think we'll get the DRS to even pull away. So we'll use the battery. We'll use the DRS. And hopefully we do get the DRS. So this is going to help pull a second gap straight away on the McLarens. And now we need those McLarens to hold up Max Verstappen if they can. Let's attack on this soft a little bit as well. We've got some tyre life in hand. Colapinto is 2.3 off of Mick Schumacher.
Yeah, now priority 1 is the lift off.
And we've already got the DRS gap on Piastri.
No lift off anymore.
Right, just watch the fuel for me on Kimi's car. That should come back to normal now anyway. Colapinto fuel. Yeah, fuel is good now on Franco. I think Max has been pushing hard though. His tyre is actually less, well, same wear. No, 1% more wear than us now. Max will surely get the McLarens though, but it would be another 7 points we gain on Max. Technically 6 because he got pole position, so you get a point for pole in 2027. How's Franco getting on? He's down to 45%. Nick's down to 38%. Battling with Gasly. Might be P7 to be had here for Franco at the end. Yeah, fuel looks good now for both drivers. I don't think Max can catch us. It's too far gone now for Max. There's 3.5 laps left and he's 4 seconds behind us. Max now needs to just get these McLarens. As Lawson has got a fault developing. Could we even get to P6 here? Franco, Max is nowhere near him. If Max finishes 4th, that's going to be a massive gap that we have going into the final. Well, I say massive. Massive compared to what it has been. It would be, what would that be? It'd be 13. I think the gap would be 16 points going into the last 2 races. But we'll have a look when this one's all said and done. Right, Franco, let's use a bit of fuel, shall we? A bit of battery, sorry, not fuel. Margonzo, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Daz and Barbie, thanks for the follows. Hope you're doing well. And if you're in the stream, you haven't already, do spam that like button. Super appreciated. So it is a very heavy DRS train here, though, that we're approaching.
3 laps to go.
We should be into the DRS of these guys. Right, Antonelli. Yeah, as Ocon's had a spin. Ocon in the Haas. Right at the back, he's going to light up the rears, is he? Yes, he is.
Sorry for the...
Right, so Verstappen still can't get past the McLarens. He's 5 seconds off us. I don't think he can reach Kimi Antonelli now. Antonelli, from somewhere, looks like he's going to win this race. Now, who's got the worst tyres here? We're down to 41%. It's really Mick Schumacher's tyres not looking too great. Right, 2.5 laps to go. Antonelli looks good for the win. Can Verstappen get back to P2? Is it going to be P4 for Verstappen? Is it going to be P3 or P2? We'll keep an eye on that. But first of all, Franco's having a lovely little look down the inside of Mick Schumacher. And he's through on Mick. How much battery can we use here to get closer to Lawson and Gasly here? Using quite a bit. We're pulling away from Mick. Gasly's got no DRS here. But we're going to be too far back on him, aren't we? Yes, we are. But Colapinto is into P8 now. Bibby, thanks for the follow. Zegeg, thanks for the follow. Alright. What I want to try and do is send it on the final corner again. On that inside if we can. Lawson's trying to break the DRS to Gasly. If we can send it down the inside here. Yes, that's it. Franco's listening. Franco's listening. Franco's through. And he should get the DRS here. Yes, he does. Used a lot of battery getting that done. 2 laps to go. We are down to 37% tyre life. 36. That's going to be touch and go. We need to push on the battery, though. We need to be in Lawson's DRS here. Franco up to P7. Mick Schumacher down to 33. Gasly down to 35. Lawson on 36%. We're struggling to get to Lawson's DRS here. Yeah, if we don't get to the Lawson's DRS, that's going to be a real problem. Don't think we are. We're not going to get DRS, so we could be under big pressure here. Going to use a lot of the battery, but this is going to be hard with Mick Schumacher right behind us. He is down to 31% though. And luckily we've arrived, I think, or Lawson has arrived on K-Mag. He doesn't seem to be going particularly quickly, so that might have saved us. It might not mean we get to P6, but if this can help us claim P7, that would be a good result. The 2 McLaren swapping and changing. Verstappen getting involved in this. Verstappen's going to try and send it on the inside. He can't do it. Max is becoming frustrated. He's 10 seconds off Antonelli. And Verstappen might have to finish P4 here today. Can he do anything on this final lap? Antonelli, I'm just going to conserve just to make double sure we're safe on that.
Race a bit more.
Copy.
Colapinto has got DRS on Lawson. Lawson did get the DRS on K-Mag though. Mick Schumacher's fallen a little bit too far back, it looks like. Right, Antonelli is safe. I kind of want to watch Verstappen and see what he does here. Franco's tyres, yeah, I think we'll be okay because Mick's tyres are basically gone as well. Verstappen can't do anything there. Just need to see where Franco is. Verstappen, it's now or never, and Piastri has just lost the DRS to his teammate, so this will be P3 for Verstappen. There we go. That's bad for the McLarens. You would have thought they would have used each other there. Could Verstappen even get Lando on the last corner here? Colapinto's too far back, so nothing's going to happen there. Max is pushing. Kimi Antonelli. Well, I don't know how it's happened, chat, but Kimi Antonelli somehow is going to win this race and stake a big claim to become a world champion for the first time. But can Max Verstappen send it on the final corner? He cannot. So Max Verstappen, who looked odds on to win this race, has to settle for P3. Antonelli wins it, and Franco Colapinto is going to come home in P7 in the end. And yeah, that was such an up and down race. Lots of different pit stops and strategy going on. But somehow, Kimi Antonelli, it looked like he would lose the championship lead today, and by quite a bit. And somehow he's come back to win it. And Verstappen, only P3. And we'll have a look at those championships very shortly, chat, and see how it's all stacking up.
Karun, what a brilliant drive we just witnessed there.
That was a really well-executed race, I thought. Major credit.
Was that a world championship drive then from Kimi Antonelli? To celebrate, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Jonathan and Andy, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Bad teamwork by Lando. Yeah, it was. Lando should have given Piastri DRS there.
Garage at the end of that.
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here.
Right, here we go, chat. First of all, before we get in the championships, let's look at the result then. Kimi Antonelli started P9, up 8, took that pit stop under the safety car and decided to go for 2 stops from there rather than hold out for those mediums all the way to the end. And that was the right choice as he comes back to win this race. Lando Norris finished second, but Max from pole should have really won the race, but he got stuck behind those McLarens. He was always stuck behind a couple of cars, with Kimi getting the moves done nice and aggressively, and Max really struggled at the end towards the back of those McLarens. He gets back to P3. It's P4 for Oscar. K-Mag with another 5th place, and RB will be looking pretty good in their hunt for P5 in the championship. Lawson up 7 to finish 6th. Franco up 5 to finish 7th. But look at this. Pierre Gasly. Danny Rick would be screaming that Pierre Gasly. Up 14 places to finish P8. What a drive that is. Mick Schumacher 9th. And Albon as well. Up 11 places to finish 10th. Both Ferraris not in the points. Typical Ferrari strategy. They left George Russell out under a safety car, even though his tyres down about 50%. And then they left Leclerc out until his tyres got to about 20%. So not great from Ferrari. Right, let's look at the main thing here though. Drivers' Championship. And there we go, 25 points, 16 for Max, 15 for finishing third, a point for pole. And the gap now is 13 points. So 13-point lead with just 2 races to go. Can Kimi Antonelli win this championship? We've got Montreal up next. If Max were to win that and get pole, he would get 8 points on us though. So it could be as close as what? What would that be? 5 points. It could be 5 points coming into the final race. So it's still going to be very tight with 2 races to go. And the next one in this series will be on Tuesday. So the next live stream will be Tuesday where we'll do Canada. And then next Friday will be the season finale in Brazil. But Kimi Antonelli leads them by 13 points. Then it's Max. No change in this top 8. Franco 3rd. And he looks good to finish P3 now. Lawson 4th. Lando 5th. Oscar Piastri 6th. Russell 7th. Leclerc 8th. Both of those not scoring. K-Mag up to P9 now, and he might even jump Leclerc by the end of the season. Behrman drops to 10th. then the rest of the point scorers, we've got Yuki in 11th. Gasly is now up to 12th with another 4 points. Bortoletto 13th. Stroll 14th. Teo Portier 15th. Perez 16th. Albon 17th with a point today. Mick Schumacher makes it a double points finish for RB in 18th. And Carlos Sainz with 6 points in 19th. We still have Hadjar yet to score in the Alpine and the 2 Haas drivers. What about the constructors? So we gain an extra 7 points now on Red Bull. So we've got a 50-point gap on Red Bull with 2 races to go. That's looking pretty good now, isn't it, for us? Are we really going to lose 50 points to Red Bull across 2 races? I don't think we are. So I'm pretty confident that Maserati are going to win the Constructors' Championship here in 2027. Red Bull will finish 2nd. McLaren will finish 3rd. And Ferrari will finish 4th. But I talked about this battle for 5th, and RB are actually already in 5th. Another 12 points today. They jump from 7th up to 5th. They are the form team, RB. They're now on 56 points. Audi are on 53, no points today. Williams get 1. They're on 53. Mercedes 43, Aston Martin 33, Alpine 20, and Haas yet to score. So Mercedes having a big stinker of a season, aren't they, on 43 points there. But yeah, 2 races to go. It's going to be very interesting between these 3 teams, I'd say now, because Mercedes don't look like they're doing much. So is it going to... You'd have to say it's RB. They've scored heavy points in the last 4 races. They've upgraded the car well. So is it going to be RB, Audi, or Williams to finish 5th? And fastest pit stops, we get the 1st and 3rd quickest stop today in the 1.8 margin. And we've already wrapped this one up. We are 330 points ahead of anyone else in the pit stop competition. So that is a championship already in the bag for 2027. So to say, next up for us will be Canada, which is in 25 days. So if we can get another couple of upgrades on the car, we will. But as I mentioned, just 2 races left then, Canada and Brazil. And where is this championship going to finish? Constructors looks pretty good for us now. It's still very tight between Kimi and Max. Just 13 points with 2 races to go. And as I say, if Max beats us next race, that's going to be a lot of pressure on that season finale in Brazil. Even though I want to win this championship, it kind of would be nice for it to go down to the season finale. Makes it a little bit more interesting, but we shall see how it all pans out in Canada. As I say, if you dropped in for the first time, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So if you want to see the next race in this series, tune in on Tuesday. That will be from around 7 p.m. BST time, so a little bit later. And the same next Friday. That stream will be a little bit later at 7 p.m. So the next 2 streams, Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Tuesday will be Canada, and then Friday will be the season finale in Brazil. But if you dropped in and you don't already, please do follow or subscribe. If you can do me a massive favor, like the stream before you go. And as I say, if you've watched on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed and check out the Maserati playlist. You can check out all of this series from day 1. And if you've watched on TikTok or Twitch, head to my profile, click the YouTube link in my bio, head over there, subscribe, and as I say, you can check out all of the live streams. But not only that, as I say, 2 episodes a week, so you can watch this, which I think we're up to about 55 episodes. So if you want to go back, watch this from the very start, see how it's all panned out, then you can do that as well. But what a race in the end. I guess what was it, first half of that race, first 30 laps, we were nowhere near it. It looked like Kimi was going to finish maybe 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around that range, 5th at best. And Max was going to win it. So we're looking like Max was going to have a 10 to 16 point lead going into the final 2 races. We then had that safety car, decided to box, and then we decided not to see those mediums out, but to do 2 stops after that safety car, or 2 different tyres. So one stop under the safety, 1 further stop. And that was the right decision. And somehow, from a race that we looked to have no pace, we come back to win it with Kimi Antonelli. And Max only managed to get back to P3. And it means that we have a 13-point gap going into these final 2 races. So it's very exciting to see if Kimi can become world champion. As I say, that Constructors is looking very likely, but time will tell. You know, it only takes a retirement. And Canada, the walls are very close, so we don't want to see either of our drivers retire. Certainly not Kimi Antonelli. But we are going to be back very soon then to continue this F1 Manager Series with Maserati and hopefully claim that World Driver Championship with Kimi Antonelli. But thanks again for everyone that's dropped in. If you're a regular, much appreciated. If you've dropped in for the first time, I say do follow or subscribe, but much appreciate all the support. If you're just sitting back and viewing with no comments, absolutely love that. And of course, all of you that have got involved in the comments, super appreciated. Only thing for me to say, as always, is to have a really good weekend. And hopefully I'll see you back here on Tuesday as we continue this series with the live stream